Hi guys, this is Vardha Sharma. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to create a card with amazing paper grace die of the month kit by Spellbinders. This one is for November 2019, that is current month. I'm also going to combine it with a couple pieces from the card kit of this month, and I'll walk you through the entire process just in a little bit. So let's get started. Today what I have done is, as usual, when I plan my cards, I lay down the dies the way I wanted. So today's idea was something like this. Let me arrange and show it to you. Today's idea was something like this, and then I'm going to put a couple flowers here, and I'm going to put this stamp set here. This is the general idea. The three outside dies that you see come in the APG card kit, that is Amazing Paper Grace card kit of the month. These two dies that are poinsettia flowers come in the card kit of the month, and this stamp set also comes in the card kit of the month. It started like this, and then it evolved to, oh, I don't know, maybe I can make this frame, just tilt a little bit and make it stand out, and then use it as a frame, put the things here, the two floral sets here, and then maybe I can let parts of this snowflake peek through. So that's the general idea what we are going for. Since it had gone through a couple revisions, I also put together this idea in a little book where I sketched it out and I visualized it, and I planned for what color or what paper I want to use where. So this is something I normally do on a piece of scratch paper, but today I decided to just capture it in the book, and I'll have it for a long time. So coming back to this part, let me show you the preparation that I have done and how I have used each and every piece to create the components of my card, and then we can put it together. Let's start off with this panel of sentiment. This particular one, I don't know if you can see the sparkle and the shine there. I hope you can. I have heat embossed this greeting with a little sparkle and a lot of shine. I heat embossed this one on the central hexagon that I cut out by using this frame. Like, you cut out this frame and the center piece is that piece. So you see how it fits perfectly. So that's what it is. That's how I did it. And then I went ahead and I heat embossed the sentiment on here in a matching blue color. I know I want blue and gold and white combination, so that's what I have done. These frames are straightforward die cuts. I wanted them to have a little bit of dimension, so I have cut two using white cardstock, normal, I think 80-pound cardstock, and this frame directly cuts it like this. I have also cut one which is going to be on top, and that's the gold mirrored one. This gold mirrored cardstock also came in the card kit for this month, and that's what I have used here. These blue papers are from my stash. I think they are also from one of the older card kits by Spellbinders, and I just decided to use them today. That's what I like about, that's a big reason for me to like Spellbinders kits. They have this amazing individual club kits, and they are great value on their own, but when you combine them, it just takes them to the next level. So I simply adore being a subscriber for this, and I love using their products. So that's what this is. So enough about that for now. So you have this frame that is ready. It's going to be dimensional. It's going to have a little bit of thickness there, not too much, not too crazy, but yeah, this is the frame that made it. For making this I'm calling it a snowflake. I hope that's what it is. I use the two dies together. The two dies are this innermost die, and it has a frame to cut it out, so that's what I did. That's how I've cut out this part. With these two, I have gone ahead and cut out several of these, at least a couple of each, and I have set them aside. I'm going to assemble them into flowers now. And the middle part, of course, I have gone ahead and done heat embossing using Simon's, I think it is called as Mermaid. I'll let you know the actual product name of this embossing powder in the description box below, but that's what I've done. Let me set this aside and let me show you the actual card base that we're going to put together. So the card base is going to have this as the top portion, and it's going to have a white back like this, straightforward. I'm not going to create any shadow or anything here because I want it to fit in my 6x6 envelope, so I'm not going to go outside the lines here even a little bit. So I'm going to adhere it exactly like this. This is going to be the front of my card. I'm going to set it like this. For the back, I have done, so for this frame, cutting out this frame, this is what I did. I arranged them to be like this, and I also had to add this in the middle so that the 3 dies, so that it cut out the center part, because if you just use these 2 dies, it cuts out like this, so it does not disconnect the inside hexagon, which is good in my mind. And with this frame, now you have the flexibility. If you want to separate it, you use this frame. If not, you just keep it together. So I used it without this frame and cut it like this twice, one for the front of the card and one for the back of the card. So I have 2 of these, and I used these together, all 3 of them, and cut out one frame like this using white and one frame like this. Originally, I had not thought of cutting out this back part of frame, but I realized that if I want this card to stand up, this frame might not provide enough sturdiness to my back portion of the card, so that's why I decided to just give it a little bit of strength by doubling up on the outside layer. So that's why you see I've cut 2 of them. And yeah, I'm not going to have any solid piece behind this. I'm not going to have it, so I'm just going to keep it like this. So that's why I did one frame, just to make this side portion, which is very delicate, have a little bit of strength, and it should be able to stand up. So that's what I've done. Now let me set this dies aside and let's start assembling the card. I am going to adhere these 3 together. I'm going to do the straightforward part first. Adhere these 3 together using my multi-medium glue, liquid adhesive, trusted, strong, and best part is it doesn't, even if it oozes out, it dries clear. So it's good for people like me who are not super duper careful with their adhesive. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just putting little drops here and there, and I'm going to attach the next white frame right on top of it. And because it is liquid adhesive, it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to make sure I have them perfectly positioned the way I want before setting it aside. And then I'll do the same thing on this gold one, and I'll set it on top. Let's assemble a couple of these flowers. Again, they are straightforward, so I'm just going to assemble the blue flowers. And right now I did not cut anything for the center intentionally, because I want to do something a little bit different there. Now let's do the same thing for the front of our card. It might be best to use spray adhesive on this, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray the back of it and then come attach it. I'll be right back. and then I'm going to do the same thing here. Before I attach this though, I want to add a score line so that, and fold it over so that this can actually open up. Somebody can hold the card like this and then open it up like so. To be able to do that, I need to have the back scored so that that becomes my handle. You know what I mean? That becomes the place where I can open it upwards. So I'm going to add a little bit of score line here. I'm going to adhere it with some really strong adhesive to that piece, and that's how it's going to be. Before we do that, let's attach the front delicate frame to the back, just so that we give it enough strength. I'm going to be careful not to attach the top part just yet, and we can go back and attach it if we want. I have a hunch if I make it too bulky, the fold part may not work correctly. So that's what I'm trying to avoid doing here. Okay, so let's do the scoring and the adhering first, and after that I'll do the attaching of the front piece. Let's arrange everything and check. Yeah, I'm going to cut out those two pieces and arrange them like that. And meanwhile, let's go ahead and glue these two pieces together. See, I actually took it out when there was glue on it, but it doesn't show. It dries completely clear. That's the best part about this multi-medium glue. Okay, let's take a couple minutes to shape these flowers the way we want. Nothing fancy. I'm just folding the leafy parts of it and turning them upwards. I think this must have dried up by now, so we have it ready. Let's trim the excess and then we are all set to go ahead and lay it down. So this is the right side up. So we are going to set it down like that. And now for my favorite part, embellishments. Yep. And now for one last thing, just because I cannot leave it alone. One last thing. This is going to have a blingy center. That's it. That's all for the card today. Let me clean this up a bit, set this aside and show you just the card itself. That is what it looks like. That's our card for today, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you had fun looking at this. This is all the close-up in its all shining glory. This is what it looks like. At the end, I'll add some still photos. Thank you for hanging out with me today and going over the making of this card, and I hope I'll talk to you soon. I hope I get to see you soon on the same channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and maybe if you wish, hit the bell icon so that you get notifications of any new videos I post. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.